Father God, we thank you so much for this time together, for all the friends we have made, and for the days of laughter and fun. Thank you for all the memories you have brought to this class over the years. And as we gather together on this graduation day, we thank you to all the people who have given their energy and skill so that we can celebrate this big achievement. As this chapter of our life closes, so a new one can begin, we present our lives like an open book for you. We ask for your direction in everything we do. And as we enter the real world, we ask that you fill our minds with thoughts, fill our bodies with strength, and fill our hearts with your dreams, so that we might eternally serve you this day and every day. In this journey, help us to stay close to you and each other. Lord, we ask that you never let us forget where we came from. We ask for this guidance in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to the 2013 WACO graduation ceremony. Just as last few years, once again, it is nice and warm. We can thank our school for not, once again, this seems like a yearly ritual. We did put air conditioning in the gym for some reason about 7-8 years ago. I don't know, was that your reign, Dr. Smith? We're not going to talk about that today. We'll work on that now that he's back again. We'll see if we can change that. It's nice to see so many friends, family, instructors, former graduates here today to join us for this special ceremony for these young men and women. It's an exciting time for them, and it's the start of a new chapter in their lives. So thank you again for coming, and we'll get on with our ceremony. Thank you, Mr. McNamara, for an outstanding job once again with the high school band. Today's keynote speaker, which was selected by the graduating class, is just one good example of one of the many outstanding teachers that we have here at WACO. When I do senior exit interviews with all the kids, or most of the kids this year, I didn't quite get them all. When I ask a question about one of the teachers that has challenged them and really pushed them to reach the highest levels of learning, this teacher's name comes up quite often because of the way she changes instruction. She creates new ways to instruct our kids, her outside-the-box thinking, and her natural ability to connect to kids and establish a relationship with kids is one of the gifts she was given as an instructor. So it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Mrs. Renee Reichenbach.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, graduates, colleagues, families, and guests of this WACO class of 2013. I'm going to start by saying you can walk a whole lot faster when you leave today. It was an honor to be asked by this class to speak today. They are giving me the opportunity to share with them what I know, knowing it won't even be on a test. So, class of 2013, listen up because you asked for this. I have 3 pieces of advice for you today. The first one is the most important. Adopt a get-to attitude in life. Replace the have-to dread with the get-to outlook. I decided I didn't have to write a speech today. I get to. You don't have to further your education. You get to. Only 7% of the world has a college education, and most of you are planning to go on to college. Some of you are taking it for granted. Some of you may be dreading the work ahead. Don't. Most of the world's population hasn't had and will never get the opportunity that you have right now before you. Replace the have to with the get to. You don't have to spend time with your family. You get to. People who love you and have supported you are in this crowd today, excited for what's ahead of you. Once you've left the nest, call home, stop by, and take time to connect. Facebook status updates should not be the primary way they find out what's going on in your life. Replace the have to with the get to. You don't have to go to work. You get to. I love what I do for a living, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Some days the job leaves me absolutely exhausted and feeling like I have little left to give. It's a rare day that I finish in 8 hours the work that is required of me. The same can be said of your other teachers. I hope that you're each able to find fulfilling employment, but also want you to know that if you're only doing the work that is required of you, you're not ever going to get ahead, and you shouldn't. Almost half of the world lives on less than $2 a day. Most of you drop more than that on one trip to the concession stand. I've seen you do so. I've heard some of you complaining about the work that you've had to do in the last couple months. Yes, you've been busy. Guess what? It's a foreshadowing of what's to come. It's prepared you for the challenges that are ahead. Go above and beyond in all that you're asked to do, and be grateful that you have the opportunity to do so. Replace the have to with the get to. You don't have to give to charities or volunteer in your communities. You get to. You don't have to be by a loved one's side as they fight cancer or disease or injury. You get to. Some of you already have gotten to do that. You don't have to volunteer Sunday to coach your kids' teams or to teach their Sunday school classes or to guide them in finishing 4-H projects or homework or read to them before bed. You get to. Hopefully you thank your parents for doing all this for you. If you haven't yet, do so. You don't have to apologize when you wrong someone, and you don't have to forgive when you've been wronged. You get to. Be thankful for all the opportunities that so many people negatively consider chores. Seize the opportunity to do all that we get to do and approach your responsibilities with the attitude that you get to do them. My second piece of advice is related to a social change I find alarming. Live your life in the real world with face-to-face communication and not on Facebook and Twitter or whatever other social media is out there. I'm not saying that social media is bad. I'm just saying don't let it become your reality. Don't let Facebook pictures and status updates become a way of comparing or measuring your success in life. If you start to feel yourself doing so, it's time to take a break from all of that media. Don't use tweets or online comments as platforms to announce to the world your problems with others. If you have a problem with someone, have a grown-up face-to-face conversation. Unfortunately, some unkind words are posted on Facebook or tweeted on Twitter that decent people would never say aloud. It's disheartening because in those moments, I find myself hurting for the person who's been harmed and questioning the integrity of the person posting the comment next to their profile picture. Seriously, when you post or tweet something that doesn't mesh with who you are in a face-to-face conversation, you leave people wondering who the real you is, and that includes future employers. If you wouldn't say it to someone's face, you shouldn't write it. Be kind. You'll enjoy life a lot more if you are, and you'll make others' lives more enjoyable as well. 19 years ago, I was sitting in this gym wearing the graduation robe, both anxious and eager for the journey ahead. I'm convinced the preparation that I received at WACO was key to my success in college and beyond. I've taught at other quality schools. I'm convinced 100% there is tremendous value in what you have gained here at WACO. Not simply as an academic learner, but also as an individual. It's why I choose to live here and to send my 3 sons to school here. The personal interactions here and the opportunities to participate in a wide variety of activities have built up your abilities to meet the various challenges that life is going to throw at you. So my final piece of advice is to take pride in the fact that you're from WACO and to show gratitude to those who have helped you get to this point. Live your life in ways that make us proud to say that we had a part here at WACO in creating you too. It's been fun to attend many of your graduation parties and to see pictures from your past and hear about what your plans are for the future. My future no longer includes you as my students, but it does include a shout out to each of you since it was the one request you made of the speech. So here goes. Yes, Dallas, I will miss your comments from the back of the room. Maybe not all of them, but most of the time you made class fun. Tyler, Kyle, Brighton, the same goes for you as well. Ezra, I'll think of you when winter comes and recall you talking about going to the snow. Dustin, you managed to exemplify humor and school spirit with your choice of t-shirts every single day of high school. Tanner, it's all about the shoes, right? Darian and Skylar, you exemplify humility and it draws people to you. Bailey, Gabby, Liz, Kelsey, Taylor, Sydney, and Kaylee, thanks for being the privilege of being your cheer coach and for the kindness you showed when my grandfather passed away. Jaden and Dakota, you both shown strength of character in choosing to meet life's challenges head on. Faith, thanks for the cheerful smiles every time I saw you working at Hy-Vee. And Jasmine, for the friendly help when I've taken my van to Elvis's. Brenda, thanks for choosing to take current events simply because you wanted to know more about the world. Jenny, my youngest son, thinks you're the greatest. Thanks for that. Sarah, I look forward to running into you for years to come at WACO functions and seeing your beautiful smile in more magazines. Clarissa, congrats on being one of the few people who could ever excel on rhetoric vocab quizzes without even studying. Clinton, Ben, and Josie, thanks for all the impressive work examples to use with future classes. They will love you for it. Colin and Paul, I'll miss being enlightened by your impressive recall of all things trivial. Kevin, who's going to turn on my projector now. Stephen, way to go, I'm proud of you. Chris, thanks for wanting to join in on government activities this year, even when you didn't have to do so for the credit. Aaron, good luck in the pros. Professional carpentry and construction, that is. James, keep on striving for excellence and making the sacrifices necessary to create the life you want. Morgan, I'm so glad to have gotten to know you better in DC and to watch you conquer your fears of the metro. Elizabeth, I will miss the leadership you've shown and your genuine willingness to serve for the good of the group. Your dedication and kindness make me strive to be better. Thanks for that. Garrett, thanks for the laugh with the mask. It is yours to keep. You can pick it up on your way out. There is so much that I could thank this class of 2013 for, but it's hot, so I'm going to bring it to a close. I have been fortunate to teach each of you, and thank you for the role you've played in making me a better teacher. Go forward from here with a get-to attitude about all that is to come.
The senior class also chooses to have 3 student speakers represent them at the ceremony. And today's first senior speaker is Ezra Graber.
Thank you, Ms. Reichenbach, for setting the bar so high. I don't know if I have a speech in my hand right now. But here we go. Welcome, everybody. Students, faculty, parents, grandparents, friends, family, and the crazy relatives that weren't invited but showed up anyways. Welcome. These past few years, we seniors have heard that today is the day that we've aspired to. When we are capped, gowned, and handed our diplomas, we will be ushered down these stairs and we will step into what our teachers have called the real world, which is not a house in Malibu with 5 cameras. No, I'm talking about the real world, the one we have to live in for the rest of our lives. This is what we've been preparing for our whole high school careers. Now, I know that I don't share the same high school memories with all these other seniors sitting here today, since I lived the first 16 years of my life in California. So when I speak here today, I know that my memories and experiences are not the same as the graduating class, but I do share our excitement and growth that we have all developed over the years from attending high school. Throughout our high school years, we have learned many things. I learned one thing, though, that sticks out the most to me. I learned that no matter what you do, you should always be yourself. Whether it's speaking in different accents and voices all the time, Kyle. Wearing a tank top to school every Tuesday, Kevin. Working out every single morning and shouting out about it down the hallways, Tyler. Or even showing up to school in a full-out rabbit suit for Easter, Chris. You should never be afraid to be yourself. Now, I know there are always those people who try to tell you who to be, but the fact of the matter is, they're the type of people who don't even know who they are themselves. So what I'm saying is, stay true to yourself, even when we walk out these doors into the real world. Kyle? Where is he? There he is. Keep on speaking in those accents. Girls will dig it, buddy. Kevin, keep on wearing those tank tops every Tuesday, even while in the National Guard. But don't forget to put your uniform on. That would probably be a lot more safer. Tyler, keep on working out. I've heard that freshman 15 hits pretty fast. Chris, don't wear the rabbit suit all the time, but keep that confidence you wore it with. And keep it with you all throughout your college years. The rest of you guys, just know that as you graduate today, you never have to change yourself for anybody. Well, maybe except for the person you marry. But in the end, try to always stay true to yourself and always trust your instincts. Thank you.
The next senior selected to speak today is Colin Brose.
Check on that step over the back. first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out here today. Family, friends, teachers, and staff have all been so important in getting us here. And before I commence with the rest of my speech, I also have a few more thanks to give. Thank you, Mrs. Shepard and Mrs. Stambach, for not giving me detention that time I shouted a certain word in the library and for keeping my record clear. I'd like to thank the cooks for doing their best with what the government gives them. Mr. Duggar for keeping all my fingers attached. Mr. Slaughter for making sure that I never caught on fire. Mr. McNamara for honing my baton dodging skills. Ms. Reichenbach for discussing war with Dallas. Mr. Kissel for the 3 years of algebra. Mr. Shetler for having maps for us to steal. Mr. Ferguson for always being up for an argument. Mr. Mormon for always reminding me of my position. Mrs. Fryrenberger for always pointing out my improper bow grip that I never changed. Mr. Miller for being the only supporter of my trivia obsession. And there are many other things to give, but time constraints. Graduation is a time to pause, to look back to where we've been and to look to where we are going. Some of us have been together since preschool. That's 14 years, guys. Others have joined us along the way, each adding something new to the class and to the school. Over our time here, we've gained the tools that we need to succeed. It hasn't always been easy, and it hasn't always been fun, but we've learned that anything worthwhile will take time, effort, preparation, gumption, and just sheer repetition. Because the end has the reward, and that's how we got here today. And for something that I never thought I'd say, listen to your parents, right? They actually know a thing or two about the world out there, so seriously ask them. Adult life is pretty okay, but once you're out there, there's no really going back to the nest. Sometimes it's going to be great, like really great, and sometimes it's really, really not. We've had it pretty good here at WACO. I mean, this is a great community, full support for us. We have teachers that actually know who we are and are backing us, supporting us to help us succeed. But our time here at WACO has come to an end. Take a look around. This will be the last time we're all together like this. From this point on, we'll start to go on our separate ways. Looking out at you, I see my friends. Some I've known forever, and others I've just gained recently. But I've gotten to know each of you as the years have passed, and I can truly say, it's been real. But now we prepare to leave. Some will drift out of our lives, and new people will enter. And this time will pass into a memory. Just think what it's going to be like a 5-year reunion. Some of us are going to be married, have kids, real jobs. Crazy. So be ready for that. But we will always have our time at WACO to keep us tied to one another. And again, I would like to thank everyone who has helped us get here. Parents, teachers, staff, family, and friends. Sometimes you're taken for granted, but just know it was you guys who got us here. This ride isn't over. This is just a pit stop on the way. So real life is coming fast. Geez, it's almost here. So be ready to grab it, but just hold on to it for just a moment more. Thanks.
Our final speaker for the senior class today is Dallas Kaufman.
How are we all doing today? I'm going to try and keep this short. Don't want to burn through nap time. So today I've been asked to come up here by my peers and speak about our time in our WACO. As a class, we may not have been close as other classes before us, but I assure you that we are. For example, just last year, a tornado hit the little big town of WACO. Our class, along with others, stepped up to assist the cleanup of Wayland. This brought us closer because together, some of us were cleaning our classmates' yards and homes. Through sporting events, we were able to come closer, whether it be on the court, the field, or in the stands cheering on our classmates. We've had plenty of opportunities to come close, whether it be on the band trip or on the trip to DC. We came closer for years of school we've had together. So I say, we may not be as close as our other classmates or other classes, but we are no strangers to each other. No way. We are indeed close. When asked to come together, we can and will. We were asked to package food for Kids Against Hunger. We went in and we packaged a lot, and I do mean a lot. The class can vouch for me there. And we banded together for people in a foreign land we didn't even know. Some may look at today as a bad thing, being separated from their comrades they've been with for years, knowing that they are a step closer to leaving hometowns to go to college. But I think it's safe to say that the majority of my classmates look at today as a good day. Some because they want to leave Wayland, what for I don't know. Others because they see a new challenge ahead of them, a new school, a new class, a new opportunity. I see that they rise, chomping at the bit to meet the challenge head on. As I close my speech, I ask you to look at this class and see the farmers, the teachers, and of course, the radiology technicians. Again, I ask you to look and see the potential in this class. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank the teachers of WACO, the members of the community who made this possible, who made this school what it is today, for kids in the future. And I'd like to make a shout out to Sidewalks for keeping us off the streets. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we'd like to recognize some members of our senior class for their academic excellence. The first group of individuals that we would like to recognize have achieved a 3.5 to 3.74 grade point average for their years here at WACO. And as I read their names, why don't you come up on stage and I will give you a plaque. First individual I'd like to recognize is Aaron Barnhart. Sarah Conwell. Ben Fear. And Ezra Graber. The next set of students we'd like to recognize achieved a 3.75 or above grade point average. First student we'd like to recognize is Colin Brose. Clinton Garrett. And Josie Wagler. I also wanted to just recognize real quick the gold cords that you see some of our students wearing today are provided by the teachers of WACO, and the silver service, the cords that you see some of the students were earned by those students who have achieved at least 250 hours of volunteer time. So I think we need to give those individuals a hand as well. Our next presenter, some of you may recognize from years past, and he's recently joined us again here at WACO. He will recognize the 2013 WACO Foundation Wall of Fame inductees. It's Dr. Darrell Smith.
Thank you and good afternoon. I hope everybody enjoys the heat and somebody didn't get the gym air conditioned, okay? We try. Okay, the WACO Community School District Foundation has one project that is ongoing. That project is to recognize graduates of Crawfordville, Olds, Wayland, or Waco High School. And this year we have 2 from the past. And unfortunately, their relatives could not be here with us, so I can't present them with any plaque, but this plaque will go on the wall in the hallway of Waco High School. Our first inductee is Virgil Peterson. Mr. Peterson is a 1923 graduate of Olds High School. Mr. Peterson graduated from Parsons College, Northwestern University School of Law, and served as a special agent for the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Chicago in the 1930s. And as Mrs. Reichenbach taught you, that would be an experience and a half unto itself. Mr. Peterson also is an author on crime and the underworld as it existed in the 30s and 40s United States. He is also chairman of the Chicago Crime Commission and founder of the National Association of Citizens Crime Commission. So we thank Mr. Peterson for his contribution. Our second one is John Cochran Woolley. Mr. Woolley is a 1901 graduate of C School. That was prior to the Crawfordville High School. Dr. Woolley is a graduate of the Iowa Preparatory School, received an MA from Iowa State Teachers College. After that, served as superintendent of schools in Crawfordville and high school principal at Iowa Falls. He received a PhD in agricultural engineering from Iowa State University. He was head of the Department of Agricultural Engineering in Idaho, University of Idaho, and the University of Missouri, and is a renowned author of buildings and agriculture. So he fits into our agriculture society we live in this community. He has also authored many more books as Professor Emeritus. So we want to congratulate these 2 and thank their family. The family did express their gratitude and thanks to the foundation and the Waco community for recognizing their relative. If anyone out there, this is the paid political announcement, if anyone has knowledge of anyone who is deserving to be entered in and make a significant contribution to this country, this state, or this community, please feel free to contact the Office of Superintendent. We will receive a form from us and we'll take the foundation and vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the young men and women seated before you throughout their 4 years here at WACO have met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and the requirements established by the WACO Community School Board. And at this time, we would like to present their diplomas. Presenting diplomas today will be Dr. Darrell Smith, Superintendent, Mr. Tim Graber, School Board President, and Mr. Gary Brose, School Board Member. Kevin Michael Anderson. Kaylee Ann Applegate. Sydney Renee Arbogast. Tyler Ross Ayers. Aaron Russell Barnhart. Colin Stephen Brose. Darian Alexis Cicchini. Genesis Paola Antonio Chacon. Sarah Renee Conwell. Stephen Ray Downs. Morgan Elizabeth Duggar. Faith Elizabeth Ensminger. Benjamin Michael Fear. Jaden Philip Ferguson. Taylor Michelle Fluharty. Clinton Mark Garrett. Ezra John Graber. Bailey Ann Hesseltine. Dustin J. Hume. Dallas Cody Kaufman. Brenda Ann McCarter. Kelsey Renee McGuire. Skylar Christian Miller. Brighton Daniel Pickard. Clarissa May Rugg. Kyle Johnston Schultz. Dakota James Schaefer. Elizabeth Jane Sin. Garrett J. Skogard. Gabriella May Stacy. Jasmine LaRae Stacy. Gerald James Thompson. Virginia Ann Trinkle. Josephine Lou Wagler. Tanner J. Waterhouse. Paul Michael Whalen. Christine Grace Williams. Seniors, you may present your tributes to your parents.
I'm stuck in a plane.
Congratulations, Miles.
Just take that.
Were you nervous?
Graduates, please stand and face the audience, please. I was also informed here earlier that this is the 50th graduation class from Waco Community Schools, so that's kind of an exciting thing for this group to be a part of that 50th graduating class. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the 2013 graduation class of Waco High School. Thank you.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm